Hello everyone, myself Rituja Rajput and I welcome you all to my presentation. The topic for my presentation is differential equation and transfer function under guidance of Mrs. Vilbha Patil ma'am regarding to the subject of control system. My roll number is 1955004. Let's begin. The contents which I am going to explain within this presentation are differential equation, transfer function, representation of Laplace transform, procedure for determining the transfer function of control system, conversion of time domain signal into Laplace domain, advantages of transfer function and limitations of transfer function. So let's begin with the very first point, that is differential equation. It is an equation involving a function and its derivative. For example, if y is a function, then dy by dx is its derivative. In application, function generally represents the physical quantity. The physical quantity can be a sound, volume, control, voltage, current or anything, and its derivative represent rate of change, and the differential equation defines the relationship between the two. Now these all calculations we are going to do for the current or any physical quantity, for defining any physical quantity of a component. Like for example, if we have considered a current flowing through different electrical or electronic components, then how we can denote it? The current flowing through resistor can be denoted by Ri, the current flowing through capacitor can be denoted by Ci, whereas current flowing through inductor can be denoted by Li, cause the symbol for inductor is L. There are mainly two types of differential equation. One is ordinary differential equation and another is linear differential equation. In case of ordinary differential equation, there is one unknown function and one real complex variable, whereas in case of linear differential equation are linear with unknown function and derivative. Now let's move on to the next point, that is transfer function. Transfer function is defined as the ratio of Laplace transform of output upon Laplace transform of input. But the main condition for getting a transfer function is initial conditions are assumed to be 0. It means that no previous responses can be considered. For example, if we have considered u of t as an input signal which is in its time domain form, then its Laplace domain form will be u of s. And y of t is an output signal is in its time domain form, then its Laplace domain will become y of s. Example, in Laplace transform, if the input is represented by r of s and output is represented by c of s, then the transfer function will be g of s is equal to c of s, that is output, upon r of s, that is input. Rearranging this term, we get output c of s is equal to r of s into g of s. Now the procedure for determining the transfer function of control system. First, we form an equation for the system. Second, now take Laplace transform of the system equation assuming initial conditions as 0. Third, specify the system output and input. And lastly, we take the ratio of Laplace transform of output to the Laplace transform of input, which is the required transfer function. Now here, one diagram represents the input output signal and system function in its time domain form, whereas other represent the same input output in its Laplace domain form. In first, r of t is an input signal in time domain form, g of t is system function, that is system, in its time domain form, and c of t is in output signal in time domain form, whereas the same system while taking Laplace transform, after taking Laplace transform it becomes r of s, that is an input signal, g of s, that is system, and c of s is output signal. For the system shown, c of t is equal to output, r of t is input, and g of t is system function. These all are in its time domain form, whereas in case of Laplace domain, Laplace of c of t is c of s, Laplace of r of t is r of s, Laplace of g of t is g of s. Therefore, the transfer function g of s for above system becomes g of s is equal to Laplace transform of output upon Laplace transform of input, that is c of s upon r of s. Now conversion of RC circuit from time domain to Laplace domain. Here we have taken an RC circuit, that is all are in its time domain form. Resistor is connected in series with the capacitor. V of t is an input in time domain. I of t is current time domain. VO of t is output signal in its time domain form. Now applying KVL to the circuit, we get VI of t minus I of t into R minus 1 upon C integration IT dt is equal to 0. Rearranging this term, we get Vi of t is equal to R I of t plus 1 upon C integration IT dt. Taking the Laplace transform with the initial conditions 0, we get Vi of s in its Laplace domain form is equal to ISR plus 1 upon C Is upon s. Taking Is common, we get Is into R plus 1 upon Cs. The output voltage is controlled across the capacitor. So for taking output, we need to make calculation only across the capacitor. So it will become Vo of t is equal to 1 upon C integration it dt. Vo of s, that is in its Laplace domain form, it will become I of s into 1 upon Cs. Transfer function is equal to Laplace transform of output upon Laplace transform of input, that is Vo of s upon Vi of s. So V of s is Is into 1 upon Cs, and whereas Vi of s is equal to Is into 1 plus R plus 1 upon Cs. So Is get cancelled. The numerator is 1 upon Cs and the denominator R plus 1 upon Cs. After taking a cross multiplication, it will become RCS plus 1 upon Cs. So CS again get cancelled, and the final equation transfer function becomes 1 upon 1 plus RCS. So in the same way, we can calculate for different components while arranging the resistor in series with inductor or resistor in series with inductor and capacitor as well. So moving to the next, advantages of transfer function are the complicated differential equation get converted into simple algebraic equation. It means that simplicity increases. From the transfer function, poles and zeros can be found out for the given system. Now this is very important point, that is only a transfer function work to give an output in the form of poles and zeros. These poles and zeros ultimately defines the stability of the system, that is position of poles and zeros from the origin will ultimately define the stability, that is it will increases or decreases. So it is mainly helpful for defining the stability of the system. Next, with the help of poles and zeros, stability of the system can be checked. The system response for different type of inputs such as step, ramp, parabolic can also be found out. It means that system can also work for different input, but not only a single input. Now moving to the limitations. It is applicable only for linear time invariant control system. It is a limitation, that is it will not work for linear time variant type of systems. The initial condition of the system not taken into account. It means that no previous responses can be considered. The initial conditions must be 0 for taking transfer function. The transfer function does not give any information about the interconnection of the different circuit components. Yes, it will not define any information about the different components in the circuit. It will only work for giving the stability of the system. Transfer function does not give any information about nature of systems such as electrical, mechanical and pneumatic system. Yes, it only work for defining the giving the poles and zeros and ultimately defining the stability of the system. So hope you guys have understood, and thank you so much for your patient listening. Thank you.